Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mindfulness with ROOP, the Bellwether series. Today, I'm joined by a very beautiful guest, Prachi Shah, all the way from Mumbai. Prachi is a fashion stylist and designer. She's a personal consultant also into styling people. And she has got 13 years of experience in this industry. Just great. And she's like, as far as her qualification is concerned, has done her master's in commerce. If I'm not wrong, like Prachi, you can always correct me in between. And she has done a diploma in fashion designing. Work experience is just great. When I read that Will's Lifestyle India Fashion Week, she has got experience into that field too. It's just marvelous. And she's a personal fashion consultant, fashion stylist, and she can like just do go for your person like all over personality makeover, a big change, 360-degree change she can bring in you. And she is a staunch supporter of good health and food choices. That's also great. Not only the outlook, but even the internal setup. Prachi is very interested in podcasts and self-enrichment, time management, and lifestyle-oriented programs. And Prachi has joined me today. She has taken time out from her busy schedule. Prachi, so much I'm so thankful to you that you joined me today in this busy evening. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much, Roop, for such a wonderful introduction. Even I was keenly listening to it. Oh,
And
most coming.
just in between, there was a slip of name and everything.
That's
But
okay.
I want you to like tell us about your journey, because this is something which I have just read out from a paper. But
Yeah.
you know more than that. It's not like the perfect introduction for whatever you have done so far in life. So I want you to introduce yourself.
I'm a fashion stylist and designer, but more of I'm proud to announce that I'm mother of two beautiful daughters.
Wonderful.
My husband is civil engineer, and I have 13 years of, I'll say it's just 13 years of experience and much, much more to go.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the way it is, and I will want to, in this upcoming few minutes, what we are covering, I will try as much as I can narrate about my entire journey and make it more interesting.
Yeah. So, were you always like in love with this fashion and the styling industry, or like it came with age or something? Like how was this experience?
No, it was completely from childhood. Let me
Okay.
tell you, Roop, since my school days, all my subjective books, the last pages were always about creativity, sketching
Hmm.
even my uniforms, my kid wear dresses, and it was
Hmm.
I was always inclined towards more of creativity. I was
Okay.
always into making and constructing and coloring, and yes, so then and how
Hmm.
the journey began.
Okay. So when you like, as you told that you were always doing these sketching and everything. So sometimes we think that okay, these are childhood fantasies and all, but then you decided to like take it up as a career choice. So like the
Absolutely.
family and
I never had
everybody,
a,
were they supportive?
yes, very much. And like I said, I never had a second thought. Like,
Hmm.
as in when I grew, I never gave a second thought to my own choices also, because I was always persisting that no, I have to become a designer. I have to incline my career somewhere which is related to creativity, building up something, creating something more of colorful, more of something new. So my habits, my playful way of, my childhood always was more towards that side. So
Hmm.
it is nothing like overnight I thought or I got influenced by someone. No, nothing like that. It was always fixed in my mind that this is what I have to do. When,
Hmm.
how, that went on as the time passed by. But
Hmm.
yes, this was my only option which I gave to my own self, that yes, I
Hmm.
want to get into fashion.
So how do you like have these things? Like, is it a studio in your house, or do you go somewhere to work? Like, how the setup is? Just tell us more about that.
Yes, I'm a freelancer,
Hmm.
so I deal one-on-one customers. Versus I own one studio, production house, where the entire production is taken.
Just check. You are on mute. Still not audible. I think you've put yourself on mute by mistake. Just check. No. Yeah, no problem. Meanwhile, I'll play the creative which I have of yours, displaying different facets of your life, like different glimpses. You can check the volume, you know. Okay, Prachi, yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful glimpses of your life. I can see like a lot of fashion, a lot of like nice dress designing. It's really superb. It's not
Thank you so much.
something, yeah, it's not something like just for the sake of saying I have to say it. I was checking your Instagram profile also. So just beautiful designs. I mean,
Thank
that's
you.
great. So how do
Yeah.
you manage the things? Like you have already told that you have two daughters, and then all these family responsibilities plus a lot of responsibility of for keeping every client happy. How do you balance out?
This is such a wonderful question, and I'm pretty excited to answer this one. So I'll be little descriptive to this one. See, let me tell you, me as a mother, me as a daughter, me as a daughter-in-law, me as a mother to my two daughters, and me as an entrepreneur. This five element, when comes together, makes my individuality.
Wonderful.
So, so when I say कि responsibility, yeah, of course, it goes on and off, but responsibility word itself sounds very heavy to me. Like I feel some compulsion when it comes to when we say it's a responsibility. No, so I never take myself to that zone. To my understanding, I have always been very much in harmony with all these respective individuality. This things
Mhm.
to me in my personal life as well and to my career also. So without these five elements, I feel I can't function smooth. So
Wonderful.
for me to function smoothly, the presence of all these five has to be. So
Yeah.
then responsibility fades away somewhere, and I start enjoying that relation of me as my own self with these five other elements. So me as a mother, I'll say that my kids have seen me working since they were in my womb.
Okay.
So me as an individuality of an entrepreneur, I have never kept my work as an option. So when suppose if you have an option for something, you have a choice that I can do at this time, I cannot do at this time. Okay, right now I'm not in that mode of performing in this part. Okay, just take a pause. So that thing I have never allowed my own self for this thing. So my work was never an option and it will never be an option. So, to my understanding, I have always sculpted my kids also that they have to, just the way we take, like in our many Indian families, with all due respect, we always take it, yes, Papa is in office, no matter what, Papa has to work. Yeah. So, similarly, I want my kids to look upon that way that Mama is working, and so Mama will be working. So, everything in and around between us has to be prioritized that way so that they look upon me. Yes, if Mama is sitting with a client, if Mama is doing something, equally I will give that amount of time. I will you know, I will portray my day in such a
Mhm.
way. And
Yeah,
thanks to my kids and my family, especially my better half, my husband. So they all come together, and this is how we perform and we work. So my work is
that
never an option.
yeah, that really makes sound. It's like perfectly explained that they have always seen you like that, right? So it's not
Absolutely.
something they are, going to learn with time or something. It's something organic, as you have mentioned. So it's fantastic. And I think in today's era, that is the best way to balance out things that your children are seeing you doing all these things and they can see that, okay, my mother is busy in these things. As you mentioned, that they see you with clients and everything. So it's a normal scenario in the house. That's really
Absolutely.
fantastic. This is the good way of bringing them up, I think, if you are an entrepreneur. Instead of cribbing over small things and just scolding them all the time, so it's good that
Not
this
at all.
way they know the things and they learn the things. Prachi, you're into fashion, styling, and all that. So, I want to ask you that you mentioned that even healthy food choices, right? So, I'll not, ask you first the things about designing and dresses. I just first want to come to this point. In today's world, especially when we are so health conscious, and then there are certain things about like weight gain and all that. We go through all these traumas when we are not into perfect figure or shape. So, what's your suggestion for these things? Like you have specially mentioned it, you are so much interested in that. So, what is this like good food choices, health choices that you want to suggest people?
Wow. So healthy lifestyle group, I'll always say primarily, nothing is beyond your health. No matter what you are, where you are, if your health is absolutely fine, then only you can perform in whichever area you are. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I always prioritize myself. I very much look upon healthy way of my own self for my family and for my kids, especially for my kids. So the healthy way of growing, the food pattern, the way you sleep, the way you stay hydrated, everything reflects on your performance professionally as well. So like I said, that I'm very much keen in listening to podcast, reading books. Yeah, so it is just not about designing centric. It is not oriented just about styling and wearing clothes, but how will your clothes look good, how you will look good if you are not healthy. So
Absolutely.
everything comes after your health. So the
Hmm.
healthy way I keep myself nourished, how important it is to stay hydrated. So when I have one on one client meet also, we just don't discuss only clothes. It is not clothes centric.
Hmm.
We speak beyond this, like how to shape up yourself. And can I tell you one secret? Like
Yeah.
most of the client who comes here, they have that blockage in their head saying, listen, I'm little plumpy, I'm little more than small and medium sizes, so make some kind of a garment which will make me look slim,
Yeah.
so girls have that blockage in their head that everything can look good only when you are slim. Of
Yeah.
course, to be slim is a priority, but it is not mandatory that only if you are slimmer then only you can wear designer clothes. It is nothing like that, and I do believe in this.
Yeah.
So if you want to shape up yourself,
Yeah.
of course, we have to make good garments, but beyond that, you have to prioritize your lifestyle.
Mhm. When you were
So,
mentioning this, so that Vidya Balan's face was coming in front of my eyes. That is, she is not into that slim zone or something, but
absolutely,
she's gorgeous.
yes. See, so more of it is your lifestyle, more of the way you sleep. If your
Hmm.
sleeping pattern is fine, perfect, right? Your eyes will automatically show that thing.
Hmm.
If you are hydrated,
Absolutely.
your skin automatically will show that. Yeah. If you
Hmm.
have good thoughts in you, your face is automatically going to reflect that. So
Hmm.
these all internal ingredients build up your personality, your confidence,
Hmm. That
and
makes
then comes
sense.
our garments. Yeah.
Yeah, really makes sense. So, if we come back to the point of like styling and all, what is the way or what are your specialities and what do you do in your studio? Like, how do you style people?
So styling is just not only making garments. Like when I say I'm a designer, yes, we are focusing more on garments, but along with the garment we have to style. So
Hmm.
I focus more on, after delivering the garment, how the client has to wear that, flaunt it, pairing it
Hmm.
with good accessories. your footwears, all these things also matters for complete presentation for whatever this thing, your function or whatever
Yeah.
event you are
Hmm.
representing yourself. So the designer outfit is not only designer outfit, it is a combination of your complete attire, the way you dress up
Hmm.
yourself. So my role as a stylist comes over there, how we
Hmm.
build up your personality, how you speak, how you sit, and how you present yourself
Hmm.
wearing that garment. And
Hmm.
like you asked, we are specialized in wedding bridal garments versus bridesmaid, so all the fancy funky garments
Yeah.
and complete styling makeover.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yeah.
So, what kind of changes have you seen in all these years? Like, it's been 13 years, right? So,
Yes.
what kind of changes have you seen in the choices people make, the way they were coming to you in the beginning of your career, the kind of demands they had? And now, what kind of change are you seeing in the clients? Are they more conscious or like are they more confused?
uh, Thanks to the digital environment, the
Yeah.
internet content and the fashion market so much available in bulk that no, confusion is not at all.
Hmm.
Acceptance has increased a lot, let me tell
Okay.
you.
Hmm.
Earlier we had to narrate each and every kind of a garment very much in detail. Now it is like people have been so much exposed to this fashion content available everywhere. Like we know in this party what celebrity is wearing, what is in trend, what is going on. At times we get to know through our clients that what is in trend,
Hmm.
and I'm being very honest about it. Like at times clients get so many new things that we feel like, oh, is it this in the market, because so much content is available. So thanks to
Hmm.
this digital world, let me tell you, because digital world has their two own aspects, like
Hmm.
we getting to know so many trends in and around, so there is no question arising at all of confusion or me getting them convinced to wear
Hmm.
this, because people are readily knowing about it.
Hmm.
So things have become more faster from all through my experience
Hmm.
versus understanding, spending power, all this have grew a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what do you think, like your personal experience? What is the biggest mistake people make when it comes to styling or fashion?
Blockage about their own figure.
Oh.
The entire confidence goes away when someone says that, listen, I am not that thin like you or like that particular person, but I want to look like that. So the biggest problem what we face is that we discuss little time. When I have one-on-one client, I discuss very little time to discuss the design, because that is very convincing, it happens
Hmm.
very smoothly. But initial maximum time is covered in explaining them that it's okay to be what you are.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
once that thing is, pitched well,
Yeah.
then only acceptance towards the garment designing becomes very easy. So for
Hmm.
me, the major blockage comes on that people are becoming too much like, how should I look slim? The
Okay.
world is nothing beyond being slim.
Slim.
And whereas my belief is, it is not about being slim, medium, large, XL, but it is more about confidence and how you
Yeah.
smile.
I think how
And
you
I do
carry
believe in that, yes.
yourself, yeah, absolutely. How you carry yourself, the kind of confidence, as you have mentioned, it's very
Absolutely.
important. It's not only just sometimes people can be slim, I guess, still they do not know how to carry themselves,
Yeah.
and still you will not find them attractive. So it's more about the confidence, I think, and the smile you wear.
Yeah. So it takes much of my time to make them friendly with this
Hmm.
thing. And then,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it settles down very good. Once they start
Hmm.
believing that thing,
Yeah.
yes, it does.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It
Right.
works very well.
And what is your mantra for self motivation? Because I can really feel that throughout the day you meet different kinds of people, different temperaments, different suggestions, and sometimes the day would be so hectic. So how do you keep yourself motivated?
Discipline.
Okay.
Discipline is the only mantra, Roop, what I honestly I believe in, and it
Hmm.
reflects in everything what I do in entire day. In
Hmm.
terms of working, waking up in the morning, in terms of my my way of having my meal, my workouts,
Hmm.
my kids' routine, the way I work with my team,
Hmm.
everything I'll tell you. I cannot compromise anything if it goes against my discipline. And it is
Hmm.
only possible, like, if you are
Yes.
disciplined. So
Yes.
time management, everything goes hand in hand when you are disciplined.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if it's like your own routine is haphazard, so how are you going to deal with the day and deal with the people? So
Yeah.
that's a beautiful answer. That discipline. So just keeping like in sync with this thing, I want to ask you, like many aspiring young girls and boys, they might be seeing you, listening to you. So like those who want to become entrepreneurs like you, or they want to start their journey with having a small studio at home, a small boutique we call it in small towns and all that. So what suggestion do you have? Like is it an easy task, or what kind of hard work is required, and any tip you want to give them?
Wow. So it is not an easy task. That
Hmm.
doesn't mean that it is a difficult task. No.
Hmm.
So I'll loop this thing to the previous question, that when you said what is the mantra behind all this, it's discipline. So
Hmm.
like you asked that, what I like to comment on this, that how should a one who wants to begin, like, never keep your dreams as an option.
Hmm.
Can it be a man? Can it be woman? So never
Hmm.
keep your dreams as an option. So when you have an option, you automatically you are degrading your dreams.
Absolutely.
So once you start respecting what you want to do, automatically you will command that respect, and world will reflect that respect for your work itself.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that is automatized. It happens
Hmm.
automatically, and I have experienced that.
Hmm.
I have never said myself that okay, today I have to do this, so let me not do this. No, today I
Hmm.
have to do this. So how will I plan my day? I will do my self introspection. I will study what is there today, what is my agenda today, and there is no option like I will not do this so that I can do this. No. Can
Hmm.
it be in terms of kids routine? Can it be for my clientele work? No, everything has to be prioritized, and it goes hand in hand. So the only thing what I can pass on to the message is that never keep your dreams to become something or to happen something in your life. Don't wait for anything. Just do it, and don't give an option to anyone that you have a choice that I should do this or I should not do this. You have to do this because you own your own dream.
That's a wonderful answer. And really, Prachi, I feel that like if you are not giving respect to your own dreams, that why will the world,
Absolutely. Yeah.
do that? Why would they take the pain to appreciate you when you are not appreciating your own work? So
Yeah.
it's, yeah, fantastic. And any work, whether it's dress designing or having any kind of even like any field related to medicine or anything, teaching, you have to be like this self motivated, and discipline is required, of course. That this is the timing you have to open up. This is how the whole routine has to go, and this is the time to shut the work now. And now, as you mentioned, that then switching on to the other responsibility, the home, and everybody who's waiting over there. So it's fantastic.
And adding
And
to this, Roop,
yeah, yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but I
No,
want to
no,
add
please go
some
ahead.
few key points to this is that
Yeah.
sometimes it is okay to not to do anything.
Hmm.
Some
Yeah.
So certainly I plan up my breaks also,
Hmm.
midweek breaks. Sometimes I'm
Hmm.
not wanting to meet any client.
Hmm.
Also, I don't want to schedule anything. So that I boost my energy to perform very well for the next day. So
So
that is
true.
making me prepared for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So it
So true.
applies to each and everyone that sometimes it is okay to not do anything.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And the kind of work where you are in, like the energy is flowing continuously. You're getting other, like you are getting people's energy too. So you need that kind of break in
Yeah.
between to make a balance and rejuvenate yourself, and again come back to your work and everything. It's that's good. That's a very valid point which you have made.
Yeah. And I
And
also
yeah.
make my kids involved in my
Hmm.
work as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So when
How do
mama
they
can
help
be
you?
so, yeah. So when mama can be playful like with
Hmm.
y'all and
Hmm.
play with a ball and play with a small kitchen set, then even
Yeah.
my kids should understand that how mama is working. So
Hmm.
sometimes I make them sit here, say hello to the client. In my
Okay.
studio, I have made little garden area where my little kids, no matter she is not eyeing to what I'm doing,
Hmm.
but at least she is hearing to what my is talking. So
Yes.
that kind of awareness is helping us to gradually build up that relation with each other.
That's so nice. I'm also
Yeah,
learning from you, so I'll also try that out with my kids. That's great. Involving them. Really, then only they can make a real connect with that. Just instead of just giving them a lecture that you need to
not at all.
respect this, have them involved in all these things and they learn better practically.
Very much.
Yeah, great. That's really great. So, Prachi, like you have your own work. So, this is a kind of setup. You are an entrepreneur. So, you must be leading a team. So, how do you make a balance with your team? How you keep them motivated, and how all of you make a connect with one another, and how do you all keep one another motivated? How do you do that?
Roop, I'm loving your every question which is coming on. And I'm
Thank
getting
you,
so
sir.
excited to answer each and every question what you're giving me. Okay, so now it comes on to my team. Like I said, that me as an individual is a combination of five identification what I have. So when
Yes.
it comes to my brand, I say my brand is a combination of my team and me.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, and I always pass on this to my team saying that Prachisha label is just not me only.
Mm-hmm.
I am there because of you all are there. So,
Hmm.
not everything goes imbalance even if one part of that team loops off. So, and that energy is transferred here and there always within us.
Hmm.
And one thing, I have never kept that kind of a relation with my team like a boss and a subordinate kind of relation. Never.
Okay.
So and I always wear a smile. I want my team to wear a smile always, and I
Yes.
make sure that this happens.
I can feel that. With the
So
small
we work as
interaction
a
only,
team.
I can feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to own this brand just not for me. I want you all to feel that together, and
Hmm.
then only the outcome will be like that. That reflects in form of a dress or outfit when it comes. So if the embroidery guy is happy, he will give
Hmm.
his 100% to his work. So that doesn't go vocal only. We experience that thing.
Hmm.
So in
Perfect.
terms of festivals, in terms of their vacations, their holidays, everything is taken good care of.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And also the acceptance powers has to be like, I have that acceptance power. I want to build up more and more to take care of their requirements,
Hmm.
look
Hmm.
after their needs. Sometimes when they are not able to work, why they are not able to work, sometimes they
Hmm.
need a holiday, it goes
Yeah.
unsaid.
Hmm.
So they don't have to demand for that.
Hmm.
We try to take good care of that, so they
Hmm.
want to work there. So I want to build up that more and more, that kind of atmosphere where my team wants to work.
Absolutely. And I think, Prachi, gone are the days when you would just have a bossy attitude or something
See,
and you treating others as subordinates or something. I think in today's world, even for our own personal peace of mind, we need to maintain that balance. We need to make sure, ensure these positive vibes all around us. It's very
very much.
important. Mm-hmm. So, what was the experience in this field? If I'm just adding on to this question as we are discussing it, like as an entrepreneur, hiring people, looking at their skills, then training them. Tell us something about that process also. That when you hire them, what kind of, they must be very naive and very inexperienced, and then you train them. What kind of change have you seen in people?
See, every person comes up with his own set of experience.
Hmm.
And even though if they are raw, not worked anywhere, in fact, I encourage those kind of people more who doesn't have any kind of experience.
Hmm. Hmm.
So for me to mold them to the
Hmm.
way our brand is commanding becomes more easier
Hmm.
to
Hmm. Hmm.
shape up the way we want their performance to be in terms of work. It
Hmm.
becomes very easier for me.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
hiring does so I never ask what is their experience
Hmm.
versus how much is their acceptance towards
Hmm.
learning
Hmm.
and to
Hmm.
sustain in the brand. So, hiring and learning goes this way that if they are accepted, like every new day, Roop, we are learning.
Hmm.
Even for me, in different way, even I am learning. Similarly, I have to train the team back that y'all also have to train yourself, irrespective any kind of a mishap is done, any kind of damage is done to the garment. It's
Hmm.
okay. It's okay. But your skill will work out how you rectify that mistake.
Hmm. Hmm.
So completely it is a chain which every day we are learning,
Hmm.
and you should be acceptable. Your nature
Hmm.
should be that you are readily wanting to learn every new day,
Yes.
because market is growing at a very fast pace.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So if you
So,
are not readily wanting to accept what is going on, you don't want to learn, then you can't survive.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, as you have mentioned, market is expanding. So, it just suddenly came to my mind. I just want to ask you that you are based in Mumbai, so already a very competitive place. How do you manage to keep this brand going?
Okay. So again, this competition word makes me feel heavier.
Hmm.
So I never get that thing in the picture. But
Hmm.
yeah, one thing I always remind myself periodically, that what is something that people want to knock
Hmm.
and visit me.
Hmm.
What is my USP in my brand, that why will you want me to design your outfit or style your clothing,
Hmm.
rather than why you don't want to go there?
Yeah.
Because Bombay being a mega city, everywhere designer, and apart from being designer, today internet is reflecting so many designs that everyone is a designer, and a good one.
Yes. Hmm.
So then I always start building up that what is my USP, how will I want to make myself that unique, that people
Hmm.
are readily wanting me to style their clothes.
Mm-hmm. No, that
So
too, I can
competition,
understand from like after this, even a small conversation with you, your clients must never be leaving you. They must be coming back to you because they know that now we have Prachi. She has understood our whole like situation, and now we do not want to explain it to somebody else. We want only Prachi. This
they
I
are
can
like a family to
feel.
me.
Hmm.
My clients are actually like a family to me.
Yeah, it I can understand that. I can feel that actually. So here the people, because it's Mumbai, so city of dreams and Bollywood, of course. So is it like and does it make it more like problematic area that people here are more party prone and more into, because they see the artists and all that also, many models would be there in the city. So does it make any kind of difference? Had you been in some other city?
uh like this one is something exposure, like I said, now it is readily available.
Hmm.
So in fact, for me to educate fashion to people or to my clients is rather simpler than earlier.
Hmm.
Earlier internet digital content availability was not as much as we have today.
Hmm.
So in
Hmm.
fact, I'll take it this way, that it has become more easier for us to explain the design, the
Hmm.
fashion available in the current scenario. It becomes
Yes.
very easy.
Hmm.
Yes, there are many, the young clients come with that hunky funky pictures and say that, listen, I want to be like this.
Yeah.
I want this. So
Hmm.
there again my role comes, where I have to explain them.
Hmm.
This is here in the camera, and start accepting first what you are.
What you are.
Yeah, and then we come on to their
Yes.
choices, and it is
Hmm.
rather very simple. I
Hmm.
don't take it that way, that it is too much fashion available, too
Hmm.
much of competition. Nothing so.
Okay, okay. So, Prachi, I want you to elaborate this thing once again, that like you are somebody who's doing her own work, like taking care of all your domestic and professional aspect also. There are many people who are watching you, many women also out there. They are scared of like taking that first step. So, but it's very important to take that first step, even like you had also taken that once in your life. You made the decision, and then here you are today. So, what piece of advice you would give them, like especially to the females, that they need to come up with something?
too much of womanism
Hmm.
makes you all more scared about it, that yeah, you are a
Hmm.
woman and something
Okay.
like that.
Hmm.
uh just one piece of
Hmm.
advice what I wish to give is, I'll repeat that thing: don't give a choice to your dreams.
Hmm. Hmm.
Your dream are yours and you have to build up that step.
Hmm.
Take just, you don't have to take a big jump towards it.
Hmm.
Just lift and it will start.
Hmm.
Just pass on your own energy to your dreams, and it just happens.
Hmm. Hmm.
Someday when you turn back and see, then you will not realize and you will feel that, oh really, really I reached up till here. You don't have to plan anything. Just
Hmm.
plan a day, a
Hmm.
thing at a time. Know what will be after 1 week or after a month, after 2 years. No, just
Hmm.
give a start to it. And
Hmm.
believe me, it will create a miraculous life for you.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I do believe in this, that just take a step.
Hmm.
Today, just take a step, and automatically you will start navigating a huge, beautiful way what comes. And
Hmm.
it works very well. It's
Hmm.
just
And
you who
a
have
whole
to
new
decide.
world of possibilities is there waiting for you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So I want to ask you, like we discussed about your daughters, so about your husband also. You told that he's a civil engineer. So like, how is he helping you out, or like, do you trouble him a lot, or like what?
For this, I think he will be the better one to answer. Do I
Okay.
trouble or I don't trouble? I think it's a universal fact which goes unsaid, Roop.
Hmm.
And his support, today
Hmm.
what I am,
Hmm.
I'll say, what else do you need if the moral support is so strong?
Hmm. Hmm.
So he
True.
has always been a moral support.
Hmm.
So nothing is like, no, you can't do this, no, nothing.
Hmm.
Listen, you have to do this. We don't have to discuss this.
Hmm. More
It
of a
it comes
partnership
up,
kind of
yeah.
a thing. Hmm.
Yeah. So complete moral support is from
Yes.
my parents-in-law,
Hmm.
my own parents,
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
mom,
Hmm.
and my husband. And I'll say
Hmm.
each and every client of mine. And I do
Hmm.
believe in this. Like whenever they congratulate me for any good thing what has happened in my career, I say I have to congratulate you. I have to be thankful, that gratitude attitude I have, because it's all the wishes who is coming from everywhere, and then only we can function.
Hmm.
So it's everything because of my family, my friends, and my clients.
That's lovely. Really lovely. So, what are the future plans now, of expansion of your business and all? What plans do you have?
What advice I gave to the women whosoever are listening over there, I do believe in this. I don't plan up my future so much, which is way ahead.
Hmm.
I just plan that tomorrow I'll make two more clients.
Oh wow, and that's a better way of planning, I would say, like balanced
I celebrate
planning.
every client I make.
Yes. Hmm.
And that is my future plan, that today if I'm celebrating single client, tomorrow I want two more clients to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
This is my future for
Absolutely.
tomorrow. I
Hmm.
don't want to plan what will be next after 5 years.
Definitely. And
No.
all these small happinesses will lead to a big celebration
Yeah.
someday,
So
obviously.
I believe in celebrating everything what
Mm-hmm.
I have today.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
That's
see.
great. Mm-hmm. So, one piece of advice for new fashion designers, like because you are into this industry, so if you have to guide your fellow stylists, so what piece of advice would you like to give them out of your experience of 13 years?
Make your own USP,
Hmm.
which will make you unique. It can be in terms of time management. It can be in terms of after sales service. It can be in terms of how you are hospitable to your own clients, how you work as a team. See, I'll not say that, okay, start making good garments, start doing good styling. You would be pro in that if you are educated about it, if your vision is that strong. But that can function well only if you are good, your USP is at good time management, your after sales service, your team work,
Hmm. Yeah.
the way you respect other
Hmm.
beings. All
Hmm.
they, for me it matters a lot.
Yes. This is also a very important point which you have mentioned, like your relationship with the clients. I feel that the young people nowadays, they get very impatient very quickly. So anything you want to tell in that regard, that how to deal with the client, like what kind of relationship one should have with the clients?
Acceptability.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Like impatience have been in the blood these days everywhere because things and environment around is so fast moving that people want to think also very fast.
Hmm.
So start accepting when you meet. We meet versatile people group every day.
Hmm.
So we have to understand them. Yeah, okay, this is if something goes wrong, they are bound to be impatient
Mm-hmm.
because everything around is like that. So start accepting that, start to solve that thing how you want it to be, but you have to be calm and composed.
Hmm. So true.
One is impatient, but that doesn't mean that even you have to reflect the same. You have to be
Obviously.
calm and composed
Mm-hmm.
to be like a problem solver if ever it happens.
Hmm. And sometimes they really don't know any solution. They are tense already. About, if I talk about fashion industry, they already don't know. They're confused what to wear. How am I going to look? As you mentioned, that they're very worried about looking slim and all that. And once they are discussing something with the stylist, and if the stylist in return scolds them or says something like that, then it really demotivates them. What do you think?
Let them speak,
Hmm.
and I just listen sometimes.
Hmm.
Let
Hmm.
them just let everything come out.
Pour out everything, no, their heart out to the
Yeah,
stylist
yeah.
so
So
that you
when they
can.
come now,
Huh.
when they come, it's my wedding. So rather than making my wedding an aha moment, they don't celebrate that moment, but they want to be,
Hmm.
oh, listen, this much time is left, this much is there, this much is there. I allow them to speak. Let them
Hmm.
pour out.
Yeah.
And once they are settled, I get them to my loop. Okay, so we have this much time. So here it comes the planning thing.
Hmm.
And the planning is so vocal and so open to them that they also start calming their own self like, yeah, okay, we can program this way and it works. And it has worked always.
Hmm.
It
Because
has
they
worked
feel comfortable with you.
very much.
Hmm.
Very, very much. Like I said, I always build up a friendly relation
Hmm.
with them first. So when they come, half of the time we just discuss. I also understand their family. I understand everything. Okay, if a bride is getting married, okay, what is your better half doing? Where is your wedding? How? And we create such a beautiful bond. So
Hmm.
sometimes even if she is going to buy a ready-made stuff, they call me from there
Hmm.
and we have a video chat. Okay, you can buy this. Listen, you can buy this, and that
Hmm.
relation we have mostly with everyone.
That's the actual, like the kind of faith they have in you and your
Yes,
ability.
yes, very much. And I go up to that. I go up to that.
That's wonderful. So, like Prachi, I want to ask you before we wind up today's talk, that in case people want to reach you, like from any part of India, it's not only about Mumbai or anywhere. So, from anywhere, from any corner of the world, if they want to reach you, like what are the ways to reach you? Like, what are your all social media handles and all?
Yeah, so we are Prachi Shah Fashion Stylist on Instagram, Prachi Shah on Facebook. We are answerable on messengers. We try to respond and revert back to any queries, and we
Hmm.
take care of any kind of inquiries are asked on this particular handles.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you all can reach me at Prachi Shah Fashion Stylist on Instagram and Prachi
Hmm.
Shah on Facebook.
That's great. And really, I feel that after this podcast, also, like many people are going to connect with you, because everything you mentioned, that was absolutely like it was making sense. It was not anything just, you were not saying things for the sake of saying them. I can feel that the with like honesty and like in a very balanced way, the way you are doing your work, you are like true to your work as well as to your family. That's absolutely great. That makes you stand apart from the rest. So I must
Pleasure was all
congratulate you
mine.
for that.
Pleasure was all mine, group.
Mine also, to like interact with you, to know more from you, and I've learned a lot from you actually after today's conversation. Really, I'm going to like apply those 2 3 points in my working scenario also. Thank you so much for joining me, Prachi. Uh, so this was Prachi Shah from Mumbai, fashion stylist designer. You can reach her on Instagram and Facebook, as she told, Prachi Shah, fashion stylist, right? And for this podcast, you can watch it live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. This live streaming can be watched even later on. So we'll be meeting next time with another trailblazer, another person who has done something wonderful in the society, who's doing like with their small steps trying to create something big. People who dream, people who aspire, and people who want to achieve success in their life. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Thank you, Prachi.
Thank you, Roop.